Hi, happy Thursday. Today I'm so excited. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the brand new products that just launched, the brand new fall line. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to jump right in. I'm going to start because I'll kind of talk through everything. So as I walk through it, I'll talk through it, but there are so many new products in this fall launch that are absolutely incredible. So I am so excited to be sharing them with you finally. I've been using these for a little while and I have been loving them. These two new products that we're going to start with, the first two products that I'm going to use are the Under Eye Corrector and the concealer. So if you remember previously, let me show you what they looked like. This was, hang on. Okay, right here. This is what the Under Eye Corrector used to look like. It came in a tube. The concealer looked the exact same. There was only one shade of Under Eye Corrector, and that was it. And they had like an applicator on it, like this. Oh, actually, is this? Yeah, Under Eye Corrector. So you would apply it right underneath your eyes. This has been the formula since it was like, I remember, I think actually the Under Eye Corrector has always been this formula since I've joined, and which was over 7 years ago now, a long time. And the concealer had just switched right when I had first started. So it's been 7 years since that formula has been updated. It was time for an update. And I can tell you that these new formulas are so much better. I cannot wait to show you. The cool part is so they don't have an applicator anymore, which actually, it makes it more hygienic, which we like that. But it's got multi-benefit to it as well. So what that means is it means that it's going to be more hydrating. So you can apply this like anywhere you have any like discoloration. So I'm just going to kind of apply a little bit and I'm going to spread it out. You'll see as I kind of go. But anyway, you can put it on the back of your hand. So especially if you're like sharing with somebody else, or if you're doing, like I'm picturing whenever I would do wedding makeup, I'd totally put this on the back of my hand and use it right from there. It would be so much more hygienic than using the other applicators. But here we go. Under Eye Corrector. The Under Eye Corrector, again, it's amazing. You just need such a small amount. Literally, that's actually probably too much. That's gonna be a little bit too much. It's still new to me, so I'm still getting my amounts down. But I like to either use, let me show you, the liquid eyeshadow or the liquid brush, or you can use the sponge. Either one is gonna work for this. I'm gonna use the sponge today. I just think it blends out really seamlessly. And as you guys hop on, go ahead and tell me hi. Let me know you're here. Okay, look at that coverage though for the concealer. So that is one thing that I think is so much better in the new formula, is the coverage is significantly more, there's more coverage, but it's not, so I put kind of a lot on, so I told you I'm getting used to it still. I haven't quite gotten used to it yet, but that's okay. We're just gonna keep blending it out a little bit. And again, I had like quite a few little like dark spots in here, so it's totally okay. It'll just blend out. I'll actually bring a little bit up on my forehead too to kind of cover up there a little bit as well. But anyway, the coverage is so much better. I sometimes get hormonal acne, and when I do, it can become really hard to cover. The old concealer, what I would find, I kind of look like I have like a mustache and a beard right now. Just bear with me. But what I would find with the old concealer is that it would cover, but it would get like cakey throughout the day, especially right when you applied it. Okay, my lips look super funky right now, but that's okay. It'll go away in a minute. So anyway, I think the way that it covers, you saw the spots before I started this. They are completely gone. We're going to use foundation over the top, but those spots are completely gone. It completely covers. So that multi-benefit that I talked about, that is basically adding hydration back into your concealer and your under eye corrector. So they both have that multi-benefit. I'm going to blend out this under eye corrector so you can see I have dark circles right underneath my eyes. I just always do. I always have. So you can see this peachy undertone is going to kill that. And again, the under eye corrector previously, what I would find is it would get like a little bit cakey underneath my eyes, especially if you added a powder over the top, which I always did because I didn't like the way that it looked on its own. This one, you can see it like very seamlessly blends out. Look at how it killed that dark circle compared to the other side. See that? Like it almost looks like, it's not bruised, but it looks like it has that purple. So that peach completely killed that. And as you guys are watching, tell me what you think too. Every comment gets you an entry into win. And this week, the prize is actually going to be one of these brand new products. So it's going to be a good prize. You're going to like it. All right, so I'm just kind of sponging that right underneath my eye. If you use this beauty blender or any beauty blender, make sure you get it wet ahead of time. So I did do that. I just got it wet beforehand. Then you wring out the water. It just makes it all blend really well. So again, it just like kills that dark circle that's underneath there. It's amazing. So the under eye corrector does come in 2 shades. So it's going to come in this shade that I used today, which is the light peach. And then there's a darker one. So if you are like ivory or light beige, this light peach is going to work for you the best. If you are kind of a darker beige or a bronze, the darker peach is going to work better for you. So I love that there are options now. Previously, we had one color for everybody. And sometimes it worked for everybody. Sometimes it did not work for everybody. So, I love that there are options. There are so many different shades of concealer too. The one that I use today is light 1. I do think that I could use light 2 as well, because you can see it's very, very light on my skin. So if you used the very light concealer previously, you'd be a light 1 and kind of up. I always use a lighter concealer just because then I use, and I'm actually going to put a little bit of this on my eyeshadow, or on my eyes too, just because I like a little concealer to kind of set my eyeshadow. We're not going to do eyeshadow quite yet. We're going to get there in just a minute, but I do always use a concealer typically, or a liquid eyeshadow, one or the other, as a base on my eyelids. So anyway, I always like a lighter color for concealer, but if you want it to kind of match your skin tone a little bit better, we can always match you as well. Okay. So anyway, that multi-benefit though, I love the new formula. I love how it's hydrating. It's not leaving those cracks and crevices that we previously had. I am definitely a huge fan of the brand new formula. It is, in my opinion, it is significantly better. And it's funny how that happens. Like, I didn't really use a lot of concealer before. I only used it really for my eyes. I used it for eyeshadow. I didn't really use it on my pimples or like any dark spots, any redness, anything like that, just because I didn't like the way that it looked underneath my makeup. So I used it maybe a little bit here and there, but I didn't use it a ton. I usually just used foundation. I'd layer foundation. But now that we have this new one, I have used this every single day since I have gotten it. Every day I've done makeup, so I don't do makeup every day, but every single day I have done makeup, I have used it, which is so funny to me. So anyway, I'm a huge fan. I love them. And so anyway, you're going to be able to order these right now. If you want to order them from me, I can send them to you already. So if you want to message me for any of these new products that I'm going to cover today, or you can comment down below and I can send you a link I can like check you out and everything. They're not on my website yet. They will not be on my website until September 16th. So on September 16th, all of this will launch on my website. But until then, you can order all of these new products that I'm going to cover ahead of time so you can get them as early as possible. These are regular line, so these aren't going to go anywhere. Super excited about that. All right, let's see. We also have the eyeshadow palettes. Like I told you, these are beautiful. These are limited edition. They're $40 each. So we've got this one is Inner Fire, and this one is Outer Glow. If you want to continue to see more eyeshadow tutorials with these, keep watching. I am going to continue to do more and more tutorials with these while they're available because I'm sure they won't last for too long. I am obsessed with the colors on the inside, which I'm about to show you. So I'm going to be showing them as much as I can before they sell out. So anyway, we've got 6 eyeshadow colors in both of these. Tell me down below which one do you like better, all right? So this one is the Outer Glow. It's got like the pink kind of on the outside. So one thing, I like the packaging of this. It's nice and sturdy. It's hard. On the back, it's going to show you the colors that are on the inside and their names. And then on the inside, it's got a mirror, which we love a mirror in an eyeshadow palette. And then it also has the 6 eyeshadows. So we've got this one right here is like a dark taupe. It's called Smoke and Taupe. It is a matte. Then we've got this one here. It reminds me kind of, if you've ever used the Sweet Plum eyeshadow before from Mary Kay, it's similar to that, but it's more pigmented. It's more purple. So in the packaging, it looks like that. It's way more purple though. That one's called Pink Inferno. And then down here, again, we've got a matte, and that one is Fierce Purple. So it looks like it is a kind of like smoky gray color, but it's actually a very dark purple. Up here, we've got, oh, actually, hang on, I just read those backwards. So this one's the purple one up here. Okay, there we go. This one's the purple one. This one's the taupe one. So this one is that dark purple, this matte up here at the top. All right, this one over here, this like burgundy maroonish color is called Hearts. It's beautiful. And then we've got, oh, Hearts Aflame is what that one's called. Super pretty. The middle one is Lilac Sparks. So it's kind of like a grayish, very hint of purple lilac. And then down here we've got Glistening Aurora. So that one's really pretty too. It's like a super sparkly gold. So what do you think about those colors? Tell me down below. Tell me what you think of them. Super pretty. I love that these eyeshadows too, they don't have like a shimmer to them. They actually have sparkle to them. So they're a little bit different than the regular eyeshadows that you see. All right, so that's the first palette. Second palette is kind of the red one. So again, tell me which palette you like better. Do you like the pink one or do you like the red one down there? All right, and this one again has the nice mirror to it, and here are the colors. So we've got, this one's so pretty. I love this one. So this one up here is called Bring It Brown, matte, dark brown. Here we've got Fierce Coral. I have loved that color. I have never been a coral person previously. I have found that I have worn this color so many times, and I'm going to show you there's other coral products that are in this launch too. I have loved them. I'm not sure why. I've never usually worn coral before. I love that color. This one right here is Hot Clay. Again, we've got matte. Then up here, we've got Radiant Bronze. In the middle is Gold Greatness. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. And then this one down here is Radiant Bronze. Oh, nope, sorry. Ignited Ivory. So they're both palettes are super pretty. I personally have been gravitating towards this palette. I love this one, so I'm going to show you this one today. But I love both of them. So tell me, which one do you like better down below? Do you like the pink one or do you like the red one? Again, the pink one's called Outer Glow, and the red one is Inner Fire. Hi, Angie. Yeah, I love both of them too. They're both really great. So I'm going to do my eyeshadow first, and then I'm going to do my foundation afterwards. The reason I'm doing that is because then it will pick up I'll be able to clean up any kind of like fallout or anything with my foundation. So, all right. We're just going to do an easy eyeshadow combination too. I'm not going to make this difficult at all. We are just going to be nice and easy today. So like I said, I have been using this one a lot. I've really liked that one. This one's super pretty over here too. So let's start with, we'll start with the matte. I'll start with this kind of like, I don't know, matte brown color. We'll just use a little bit of that as our base. I love all the different options for the eyeshadows. It makes it so fun. Recently, if you've been on my page, you've probably seen it, but Mary Kay has gotten rid of some of the eyeshadow colors. So they have been retired and they're still available. Most of them are still available, not all of them. I know Granite already sold out, but if you have previously loved some of the eyeshadows, like the specifically colored eyeshadows, some of them they've been phasing them out, and they're doing that so that they can launch things like this more often, so we can have more fun like color products kind of here and there. So anyway, I love that we have this option to have kind of these different fun color combinations. So that's the matte brown that we started with. I'm going to top it off with this one down here, this pretty shimmery brown. I'm using the eye blending brush to apply these. Look how pretty that is. It's like shimmery and like coppery. And again, if you're watching, make sure you comment down below. Let us know which one you like better. If you like this palette or you liked the pink palette. All of your comments get you entered in to win. All right, look at how pigmented that is. It's so pretty and they're so shimmery. It's gonna be so pretty for fall. All right. And then after this, I'm just gonna add the kind of like brighter white shimmer with the all over eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna put that in the inner corner, kind of blend it towards the middle. Okay, again, super shimmery and pretty. I love the shimmers though. I think they're so pretty. And again, you can use just one of these colors and it goes a long way. I've been using this copper one. I've also used this white one by itself. I've also used the one that I just used, like just a little bit of it. Really pretty. I'm gonna take a little bit of this gold color even. I actually haven't tried this gold yet, but let's put it in the middle. Oh my goodness. Look how pigmented that is. I didn't expect it to be so pigmented. All right, ooh, I like that a lot better with that gold. It's kind of like warms it up a little bit. I had not tried that one yet. So you can just see how pigmented these eyeshadows are. I love that. And one other cool thing is if you want to use these eyeshadows in your regular palette, so like, hang on, let me show you. This eyeshadow, or this palette that I have here, it's called the Pro Palette. You can fill it with all the eyeshadows. You can see I have my highlighter in here. I've got my bronzers in here, which the bronzers are still available right now. If you have not grabbed a bronzer, grab the bronzers. They're incredible. The blushes are in here as well. You can actually, if you want to destroy your pretty palette, you can. If you break this palette up, you can actually pop these eyeshadows out and put them in your palette if you want to. All right. There we go. We'll leave my eyeshadow just like that. All right, next thing I'm gonna do, so those eyeshadow palettes are super pretty. Again, they're $40 each for 6 eyeshadows. It's a great deal. I'm gonna take, let's see. Actually, I'm gonna take this dark color that's here. I have been using a regular eyeshadow color for this, but I haven't used this one yet either. So let's see how this one works. I'm gonna take my eyeliner eyeshadow brush and I'm just gonna use this right along my lash line. So kind of like an eyeliner, but it's not an eyeliner. It's eyeshadow, so it's gonna be a little bit more subtle. But it's gonna kind of give that like soft eyeliner vibe. I've been doing this a lot lately and I really like it. It's just kind of, it kind of highlights the eyeliner look, but at the same time, it's just a little bit softer. Same thing over here. Thank you guys for watching with me too. Again, if you have not commented down below, let me know you're here. I always love to know who's watching. If you're catching the replay, same thing. Okay, so it's just like right along that lash line. So I had been using, actually I'm gonna use this because it's a little bit darker. I've been using Onyx, which is like the black eyeshadow. Man, I gotta put something on my lips now that I put that concealer all over my lips. They look dried out and they're really not. It's just because I used that concealer accidentally got all over my lips. All right, so I do like the Onyx a little bit better. Just kind of shows up a little bit more. But again, it's like, it's that subtle like eyeliner look. This Onyx is retiring. So if you like this look, if you like kind of that subtle, just kind of eyeliner look, grab an Onyx before they all sell out. You need such a small amount, so this eyeshadow will last you years. I think I have had the same Onyx since they launched these. That was back in 2019, I think, is when Chroma Fusion eyeshadows launched. So I think I've literally had the same Onyx eyeshadow for 6 years, just because I only use it for a smoky eye a little bit, or I use it like this, just to kind of use as like a pretend eyeliner, but it's just so much more subtle than an eyeliner, but it still gives that same look. All right, let's do a little bit of, actually while I'm here, let me brush out my eyebrows. They're a little messy right now. I need to get them done actually. Okay, now we'll go into some foundation. I'm gonna use, I've been mixing my foundations. I'm using matte foundations, but I just, I'm a little bit too light right now to use my summer foundation. So I just add a little bit of a lighter one to go with it. It's one way you can always finish using your colors if you like have a color for the fall or a color for the summer, or a color for the winter. So I have Beige 200, Beige N200 was my summer color, and I'm mixing it with Ivory N160. So I just put both of them on my brush and then just kind of blend it out. I love this foundation too. You can always use multiple layers if you feel like you need a little bit more coverage, but it's easy to use. It comes in luminous or matte. So I've had lots of questions about that too. So if you have oily skin, you'll probably want to use the matte, or if you like a matte finish, if you like it to be a little bit like not as glowy, you'll like the matte more. If you kind of like that glowy makeup look and you want it to be a little bit more like shiny, or if you're really worried about like accentuating your wrinkles, go with the luminous instead. So it just kind of is all by preference. I'm just gonna make sure I get underneath my eye, kind of where I put that under eye corrector. So again, I love that you can layer on top of that concealer. Like, it did not pull anything away from that coverage I got from the concealer or the under eye corrector. It just layers right on top. And then I always just kind of like do one little swipe underneath my eyes if I do my eyeshadow, and just to make sure it has like a clean break there. Okay. And then I always take what's left over and just bring it down my neck, just to make sure that it's nice and blended out and don't have a harsh line or anything. All right, next I'm gonna use my finishing spray. I always like to use my first layer of finishing spray before I apply any powder. So this is going to lock in all of that liquid that you just applied on your face. Finishing spray, if you do not use finishing spray, I can't tell you enough about it. It is incredible. It makes a world of a difference. It truly is kind of like what holds your makeup on all day long. So if I don't use finishing spray, I can tell by the end of the day that my face looks a little bit more oily, like especially in my T-zone. Then if I use finishing spray, it holds so much better. So using that at least once when you are applying your makeup will make a world of a difference. All right, I'm gonna use a little bit of powder. I'm using the Silky setting powder in the shade light to medium ivory. I don't use a ton. I just use a little bit. I use the all over powder brush to apply it. And this is just to set the foundation that I just used. I also make sure I get it underneath my eye to set that under eye corrector. One thing I really like about this powder is, again, it's a different formula. So if you haven't tried this one, maybe you use the old mineral foundation or old mineral powder before, but this one is so much better. The formula is it is silky. It's like a silky setting powder. That's truly what it is. It's not a full foundation. It's going to just really set your makeup, but it doesn't make all of the creases. It doesn't look cakey, which those are things that I look for in a powder. So I like this foundation powder. All right, next let's do some cheeks. All right, so I'm gonna use a little bit of bronzer, blush, and highlighter. So for the bronzer, again, if you do not have this bronzer yet, you need to order it. I love this bronzer. It comes in either medium glow, which is this one, or deep glow, which is the darker one. So I'm using my cheek brush. Just putting that medium glow right on my cheekbone. It makes a huge difference. It blends out too, so it looks a little dark right now, but that's okay. It's gonna blend out. I always put it along my forehead too. That's gonna help your forehead look a little bit smaller. And then this cheekbone's gonna like accentuate your cheekbone line here. It all comes together really well. All right, now I kind of do like blending process, if you will. I do first I apply it, and then I go through and I blend that out with the all over powder brush. And then I apply my blush, again with the cheek brush usually. And then I do the same thing. I blend it out with my all over powder brush, and then you apply your highlighter. And I truly don't spend that much time doing my makeup every day. It takes me only a few minutes. I feel like it may be 8 to 10 minutes every day. So you can get this down to a good routine. The thing that takes me the longest is if I do an eyeshadow like I did today. A lot of days I just use one color and that's it. So as you guys are hopping on here, I see some more of you hopping on. Tell me hi. Let me know you're watching. Tell me where you're watching from. All right, we're going to use the next new product. So we're going to use my lips first because I put concealer on here and I feel like I can't stop looking at how my lips look right now because they have concealer on them. So there are two new pH lip balms. I love the pH lip balms. They have been around before, so you might remember these. They have new packaging this time, but they're a tinted lip balm that's going to kind of work with your skin. So there's two shades. We have Radiant Pink, which I'll show you both of these shades. There's the Radiant Pink, or we have Coral, let me see what's called, Coral Blaze. Here's the Coral. It's a little bit lighter. Aren't they both so pretty? So I'll use the Coral one right now. Again, I've never liked coral before. I have loved this color, and I love the coral eyeshadow too. It's just nice and light, but it gives you just a little bit of color on your lips. It feels really good too. Which one do you like better? Do you like the Radiant Pink or do you like the Coral Blaze? Tell me down below. So again, the pink or the coral. I love that. So anyway, those are $20 each. Those are also limited edition, so grab them while they're available. I think the coral looks really pretty with like the gold color too. So I like that, the red palette that I showed with the coral. I like those a lot together. All right, next let's do the cheek colors. So again, limited edition. These are $20 as well. There are four, hang on, let me flip them around. 4 new cheek colors. I'll show you one of each. One tip I have for you with these is they have like a little silver thing here that you pull off. Instead of pulling it off, use an earring back and just poke a hole. Just a little bit will come out then instead of it coming all the way out. I think it's way easier to control. You won't waste as much product either. So I'm going to show you which colors these look like. This first one is a pink. It's very pretty, and it's called Passion Fruit. So it's kind of like the lighter pink color. Then we've got the next one these are gel cream blushes, is what they're called. Soft Buff. If you like a liquid blush, these are great. If you like a powder blush, then stick with your powder, but if you like a cream, this is great. So this one right here is the gel, or the Soft Buff. Right, next this is Pink Stars. It's got like a bright pink to it. And then last one is the Coral, and this one's called Coral Kiss. So tell me down below which one of these you like the best. Here we go. Okay, so We've got up here's the coral, then we had the pink stars, that one was the buff color, and then that one was the passion, let me see what it was called, passion fruit. So those are the 4 cheek colors. The cool thing about these cheek colors, what I like about them, is they are really great for like luminous, like making your skin nice and luminous and kind of dewy too. So if you like that look, it's great for that. We're gonna use the coral color because again, I've been really liking this coral color. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit to each sides of my cheeks. I'm just gonna take my finger and just kind of blend these out. I live near the coast where it's cooler, so I prefer powders, but they're super pretty. Yup. Yeah, it totally depends. Everybody has like a preference, right? If you like the powders or if you like the liquids. I personally usually like the powders better. I have been surprised by these. I have liked these. At first I was like, oh, I don't really know how I feel about gel cream blushes, and we've had something similar to this in the past, and I was just like, I don't know, they're okay, but they're not my favorite. But I think the colors this time are better. I like that they're a little bit lighter. They're not as dark and not as, they're a little bit more blendable this time, I think. So anyway, that is, what do you think about that? Do you like it? That's the coral color. You can also use, after you get it on, I'm gonna actually just spray my face one more time, make sure everything stays. And here in a minute, we'll blend everything out too. But I'll give it a second to make sure it dries and stays in place. So anyway, it's like just nice and luminous. You don't even really need a highlighter if you use it because it kind of adds that like dewy glow. All right, let's keep going. I need to do my brows and my mascara. So for my mascara, I'm gonna curl my lashes first. The only other, let me see, what other new products? Oh, we've got, so Mint Bliss foot lotion. If you love the Mint Bliss foot lotion, that did come back with the free fuzzy socks. So if you want the free fuzzy socks this year, these are what the free fuzzy socks are. They're cute. They are like pink and red. They remind me of candy cane stripes. I'm using the Great Heights mascara. I love this mascara. It launched a little while ago. I actually need to get a new one out. I've had this one out for a while, but you should replace them every 3 months. And I think it's been about 3 months since I replaced this, so I need to replace this one. I'm gonna do my eyebrows here in 1 second too. But so far, what do you think about all of the new products? So we've got those new palettes, the new cheek colors, the new lip balms. What do you like the best so far? Then the Mint Bliss, and then also we have the Silkening dry oil. This is the last thing. So the Mint Bliss with the free socks, that's also going to be limited edition. Those are, I think they're $12 each with the free socks. Then this is the brand new Silkening dry oil that smells absolutely incredible. It's the new, or it's the Confidently You perfume, which launched, I don't remember which launch it was. Maybe last winter it launched. It's in the pink bottle and it's got like a black top too. I should have brought it for this live. I'm gonna do more, so I'll bring it to one of the next ones. But anyway, it's one of the newer perfumes that's launched. It's part of the regular line, but it's been so popular since it launched. They launched a dry oil with it, and the dry oil is limited edition, so this is not going to be around for that long. It's $24. It's got this sweet, light scent to it. It smells so good. It smells perfumey, but at the same time, it also smells just very light and fresh. So I have been adding this to, like, I put my body lotion on, and then I add a little bit of this kind of over the top, or if I put my body lotion on earlier in the day, and I will put this on later in the day to kind of add like a little bit of like an extra scent to it. It smells so good. I'm gonna go through so many of those. I didn't know what to expect when they said dry oil. Sometimes I love the dry oils, sometimes I don't, but I think it all just depends on the scent that it kind of matches to. And I love the Confidently You perfume, so I'm a big fan of that dry oil. Echo, I'm so glad you're liking it. Yeah, Echo ordered it within one of the first couple days that the new products had launched. So I'm so glad you like that. It's a good one. All right, let me get these lashes and then I'll do my brows. I like this Great Heights mascara because you can see it like lengthens, but it also volumizes at the same time. You can see it also kind of like separates your lashes really well, which I like that a lot. I'm gonna get these little bottom lashes. I always just kind of go back and forth just to grab a little bit of them. All right, let's do my eyebrows. Again, I need to get my eyebrows done, so they're a little messy right now. We're gonna ignore that they're a little bit messy. All right, I always start by brushing them out first, making sure they kind of lay like you want. I love the pencil. Pencil's my favorite. Precision brow liner is what it's called. I use the shade Brunette. You can like twist it up. It's incredible. I'm just gonna start, I always start by doing little tiny dashes to outline my brow. I do that on the top and the bottom. So I always kind of start by like giving myself a little bit of a shape, and then I go to the other side. Just so we can make sure that the shape matches on both sides. If you guys share this video too, make sure you let me know down below that you shared it. And that can be shared it into a group, shared it with a friend. But if you share this video, it gets you extra entries into that free prize drawing. So again, this week I'm giving away one of the new products, so something I covered today. So make sure you get yourself entered in to win by, you can get entered in to win by commenting here on Facebook. So I know I post these on YouTube as well afterwards. Those comments, those do matter, and I love those comments, but they don't count for the giveaway. So make sure you comment on Facebook for the giveaway. If you haven't joined my email list too, make sure you do. I'll post that link in the comments, but make sure you join my email list. That's where you can find all of the specials that I have, all of the classes that I offer, when things are phasing out, when we get new products, like all the updates. That's kind of where I post all the updates. So you want to make sure you're on that email list, because that's one thing. Things get buried on Facebook. Sometimes you miss things, but you can't miss it when it's sent to your email box. So make sure you do. I know I just offered recently a class. It was a makeup class, and it was sent right to your door. It was at a discounted price. It was awesome. So that's how you find out about it. All right, after I put that on, I brush those out a little bit. Make sure there's no harsh lines. And then I always finish with my clear eyebrow gel. And I always just kind of brush up. So this is going to keep them in place, but it also just makes them like stay up a little bit better too. I love this new clear eyebrow gel. It's so easy to use. If you've never used a brow gel before, get the clear one. It's so easy. There's colors too, but if you're like layering it on top of things, I think the clear one is so easy to use. All right, so last but not least, I just needed to blend out that cheek color a little bit more. So I'm just taking my all over powder brush just to make sure that that's nice and blended. And then that's it. So that's the makeup look today. So anyway, tell me down below, what are you the most excited about from the new launch? So we had the new eyeshadow palettes. There were 2 of them. We had the new tinted lip balms, the new cheek colors, the new Mint Bliss lotion with the free fuzzy socks, which comes back every year. I love that one for the holidays. The Silkening dry oil. yeah, that was it. And the concealer is an under eye corrector. So I used all of those throughout this entire video. Almost everything I think I used in this video, except for the Silkening dry oil and the Mint Bliss lotion. So tell me down below, what do you think about the brand new launch? What are you the most excited about? What would you try? And I'll see you guys back here next week for another live. But make sure you get your comments in, share this video so that you can get entered in to win a free product. The free product I'm going to be giving away is going to be a tinted lip balm. So if you want to try one of these out for free, comment down below and share this video. All right, I'll see you guys back here next time. Bye.